Anyone remember which one? I'll give you a clue. It's not practice first. It's the purple one. That's right here. It's called Soundtrap. It's called Soundtrap.
I put it in the chat.
Yay. Good job, Hey. So it's called Soundtrap. There's some tricks to using it, but actually the reason we're doing this little project is to learn how to do Soundtrap. Okay. Leah will get yours working today. We have to meet. I don't know what happened on Tuesday, but like somehow we missed it. We have to get this working today. Okay. Cool. Once it loads properly, we're good. And then I go to Soundtrap and it's like, it offers you a video. You don't have to watch the video if you don't want, but if it's helpful, it might be really great. Okay. And then I'm going to click this purple button that says Enter Studio. Enter Studio. And then it does this kind of like weird Soundtrap bendy thing. Cool. All right. And then I have two buttons here. It says music or podcast. I don't think I'm making a podcast today because we're recording music, right? So I'm going to click music. There we go. All right. First thing I want to point out, okay, so we have some file settings. We have, it says untitled song over here. It'd probably be helpful if you named it Jolly Old Saint Nick. Maybe even with your name, but you'll be turning this in, okay? Jolly Old Saint Nick. Okay. And then down at the bottom, do you guys see this little off button? You're going to turn that on because that's the metronome. That's the metronome because this thing is called the play. It's called the playhead. And then if I press play down here, you'll hear it go click, click, click. Hear that? That's the metronome. That's the beat you're supposed to play to. Okay. I'll be honest. I think this is a little fast. I think it's a little fast. And so you're going to go down to the bottom and where it says 120, that's the tempo. You should change it to somewhere around 100. It doesn't have to be exactly 100. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Okay, cool. So we change it to 100. And then I'm going to bring this all the way back to the beginning. Okay. By the way, this is like, okay, think about like this is your song. This is the beginning of the song. That's the end of the song. Right? And this goes anywhere between. So anytime you start, you always have to go from the beginning. I'm going to click add new track. Okay. Oh boy. And this thing comes up here. All right. We're actually going to go to microphone because we're going to be using your microphone to record it. So I'm going to click on the microphone. And then this thing's going to show up. Okay, it's going to take maybe a moment or two to like select your microphone. But I'll do that. And I'm going to do a microphone check. Your microphone just might work right away, so you might not have to do this. But if you do the microphone check, checking, it looks like I'm good. Okay, so my microphone's working. And I could click this big button, start recording. But wait a minute, I need to have like my music ready. Okay, so I have the trumpet book ready. I'm going to go over to my, I'm going to change my camera here so you guys can see a little bit better. And I'm going to go and find Jolly Old St. Nicholas at the bottom. There it is. Jolly Old St. Nick. That's what I'm looking at. And I need to grab a trumpet. You should practice it 1,000,000 times. There we go. All right. And I have Jolly Old St. Nick, and then I have everything ready. So check this out. When I click start recording, you're going to see that it's going to boop 8 beats to count you in. It's going to boop 8 beats to count you in. And then I'm going to start playing as best I can. And you know what? I'm even going to make a couple mistakes because I don't want to make this perfect. Okay. I want to show you that it doesn't have to be perfect to be effective. Okay. So I'm going to start recording. Oh, I'm going to tell it I'm using headphones. I'm lying. Hold on. I can't hear anything. Oh, weird. The metronome turned off. Okay, click stop. Why is it so echoey? That's super annoying. I'm going to make that go away. Okay, there we go. I wonder if I could change my preferences on that. Okay, and then I click this. And it looks like, I don't know. It looks like I made a little mistake. So anytime you click record, I always have to go from the beginning. Let's see how we're doing. I'm going to turn up my volume here. Okay, so that kind of gives you the idea there. So I just did the first layer of this. Now I'm going to do the second layer. Now I'm of course going a little bit in fast forward. Here because, well, you know, like I already know how to play this. So it's like you're obviously going to have to practice it a bunch of times, and you may have to practice it, you know, might have to record it. And if you mess up, you have to stop and like play the whole thing again. That's pretty normal. So give yourself, I'm going to X out of this really quick because you can actually record right from this page. You can press the little R. That's helpful. I'm also going to X out of these so I can just hear the metronome. All right. And I'm going to do the second line. I wonder if I can I zoom back out of this a little bit? Yeah, it's going to be cutting in and out. By the way, I'm making a YouTube video of this. So if you miss any of this or forget, you're going to be able to review. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to do line 2. By the way, this is the top line and this is the top line. And I'm going to do the middle line and then I'm going to do the middle line here. So it should all be the same thing. And this starts out with 4 Fs. And I stop. Hey, there we go. Oh, now I'm having some valve trouble. Man, I am a trumpet player. I'm blaming my valves. So, all right, back to it. And then I'm going to do my third version. Click on voice and microphone. By the way, if you do this with headphones, you'll be able to hear your previous versions, which is kind of cool. I'm going to click X out of that. I'm going to click record. Okay. I'm going to click record, and I'm going to record the bottom line. Hey, this one's kind of fun. Bottom line's a little bit slower. Atlas, I know we're going to have you learn the bottom line. Okay. And, oh, I need to make sure I'm having it going from the beginning. Ready? Okay. And I should hear 8 clicks to start me. Here we go. Yep, made a couple mistakes in there. I'm blaming the valves. Blaming the valves. Hey, do you guys want to hear it all together? This is what they sound like all together. The whole enchilada. Here we go. Whole thing. I don't know if this is going to be too loud. I think one of these is wrong. Yeah, I think the top one's wrong. So I'm gonna turn all these out. I'm gonna redo the top one real quick for your listening enjoyment. Not quite sure what happened on that, but here we go. Let's see if I can knock this out. Why does that? Oh, because the metronome turned off for some reason. Okay. Do I have this on? Yep. Okay, one more time on the first line. Let's see. I bet that's good. Yeah, that looks way better. All right, let's see if that sounds better altogether. By the way, these little stop the play is really helpful. You can like mute it and make it go back on. There we go. Hey, it sounds kind of cool together, huh? It's like kind of a fun little project. And so this is kind of our challenge today. Of course, the first challenge is obviously just going to be getting the notes down, right? But really, if you think about it, this has 6 notes in it. And it's a little fiddly on the trumpet or on the flute or whatever it happens to be. If this feels like it's too fast, you can change the tempo. You don't have to play it 100 beats a minute. You could play it at 80 beats a minute. Okay, you could change it. I would recommend, try to choose the tempo properly the first time. Okay, and then, you know what? At the end of class today, I'm going to show you guys how to turn this in. So I kind of want to hear each of you guys play a little bit of it. And then at the end of class, I'm going to give you guys a